Okay, the first thing we're going to be doing for this one is creating a scanner. We're going to call it SC new scanner .in, and then we're going to prompt the user for whether their points are 2D or 3D. So are your points 2D or 3D? And then we're going to say your distance between your 2 points is plus get this with the argument of sc dot next line. So this is just going to be saying that your distance is from the distance found in the getDist method, where the argument or parameter is 2D or 3D. And so now we're going to create the getDist method. So it's going to return a double value, and its argument is going to be, our parameter rather, is going to be a string. So first thing we're going to be doing is creating a scanner object. And then we are going to be there's going to be 2 scenarios, if it is 2D or 3D. Well, there's going to be a third scenario, of course, where the person enters something completely wrong, and then it's just going to be 0. So if input v equals ignore case 2D, so this is the one for the 2D scenario. Basically, we're just going to be asking the user for 2 points with x and y coordinates. And so to make this a little bit quicker, I have that. So this is just asking, please input x1, and x1, please input y1, y1. And then we are going to be creating a point 2D object for these for this coordinate. So point 2D p1 is equal to new point 2, and it's going to be x1 and then y1, x1 and then y1. And then we need to make the second point, because to get the distance between 2 points you need 2 points. And again, I'm just gonna copy that over to here just for time's sake. And then we're going to make another point 2D object. And we're going to call it P2. And its 2 arguments are going to be, for the constructor, it's going to be x2 and y1, or y2, my bad. Alright, and then we're going to find the distance between these 2. And that is going to be return p1 dot distance, and then p2 as the argument. And so this is for the 2D scenario. If it is not 2D, oops. So this is saying if input v ignoring case is 3D, then it is going to do this, except it is going to be a 3-dimensional point, so it's going to have a z axis as well. And again, I have that over here. I'm just going to copy and paste it so I'm not wasting time. And so, yep, again, it's getting the x-axis, y-axis, and now the additional z-axis for the point. And now we're going to be creating a 0.3D object instead of a 2D object. We're going to call this P3. And its arguments are going to be x1, x2, and x3. Oops, sorry about that. So this is the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Sorry, I'm messing myself up over here. And this is just going to be returned. Or nope, that's the wrong thing. And now we're going to be creating the second object for the 3D one. And again, I have that copied, and now I'm going to paste it over here. And again, we're going to be creating an object here, and we're going to call it P4. And instead of the first coordinate, it's going to be for the second coordinate. And now we're going to return the distance between P3 and P3, or P4. So it's going to be P3.distance, calling the distance method. Sorry. And the argument is going to be P4. And so in the instance that the user does not put anything, doesn't put P2 or rather 3D or 2D, then it is going to just return 0. Alright, and so now what's going to happen is it's going to prompt the user, are your points 2D or 3D? Then it's going to call this function here, getDistance, with the input of the user. We're assuming that the input is going to be 2D or 3D, and so then it's going to go to the getDist method, and if it is a 2D input, then it is going to create a 2.2D objects, and the first one is going to be for the first set of coordinates for the first point, and the second one is going to be for the second set of axes for the second point. If it is 3D, it is the same except for 0.3D objects. It's going to return the distance for both. Otherwise, it's going to return 0. So if the user puts in something besides 2D or 3D, it will return 0. Now we're going to run the code. We're going to assume it's 3D. We're going to say it is 1. We're going to say it's 1. We're going to say it's 1. Then we're going to say it's 5, 5, and 5. And it says it is 6, 9, 2, 8, and all that. And so then we're going to go over here. And type those into the calculator. So it's 1, 1. And 1. And then it's going to be 5, 5, and 5. And as you can see over here, just type that. Distance is the same. 6.9 on and on compared to this. And that's all.